Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I thought I would show you like my favorite plants of January and February, because I didn't make this video for January. Don't know why, I just didn't have the energy, and most of these plants have been my favorites for both of the months, so yeah. So yeah, we just get into it. You know the drill with this kind of videos. Also, I don't have like 1 to 5, or I just show you my favorites and tell you why. So I don't know. We start with this little babe. This is a Monstera supinota or subpinota, I don't know. And I don't know, it's very small, it's 2 plants in here, and it's very cute, and I just have been really happy every time I look at it. So one plant, this plant here, is from Emily at Plantertant, and this plant is one that I got from Sanna from Plant Life Stockholm, and I think that is why it's also so special to me. I got them as like very small plants, like nodes, from 2 very lovely people in the plant community, and it seems like a really easy plant. This one is pushing out new growth, and it's really beautiful with the fenestrations. This one got a little bit too bright light. Some Monsteras can handle brighter light, but this one apparently likes less light. So I have moved it down to a little bit of a darker spot, which I don't mind because we like plants that can handle a little bit less light. But yeah, it's not fussy. It lives in my IKEA greenhouse on a shelf that is a little bit darker, and it just lives its life, and it's made of two plants from 2 lovely plant people, and I think that's why. I really love to have the plants that I have traded for or gotten just as gifts, normally are more special to me, or plants that I have grown for a long time. You will see that that as a theme. So normally, like, more of my newer plants will not be in my favorites, because I haven't like gotten to know them or have a relation with them, or what you call them, I don't know. So yeah. Next one is a Calathea. This is a Calathea White Fusion, and this is actually a cutting of my mother plant, but this one is doing so much better than my mother plant. And I took some cuttings, or I split it up, and I do have my mother plant in my terrarium, and it's doing okay, but it's very, very white, so that is an issue. But yeah, so I took some cuttings to like sell or trade with, but I'm not sure I'm gonna trade this babe off. It has beautiful, beautiful variegation on the leaves, some with more variegation, some with like perfect, and then we have like these ones that are almost no variegation, but that is quite good. I will probably keep that plant on here because the Calatheas come from the same thing. This will give energy to the other white parts, so I will probably keep that. But yeah, this one has been really happy, and this started as like a 2-leaf, 3-leafed cutting. So yeah, it's beautiful. I don't know, it just makes me so happy. I'm probably going to pop this into my terrarium at some point, but for now it lives here and doing fine. Also, I have it in a higher humidity setup. And now I'm gonna let my cat in. Come down. Where'd she go? She's been outside on the balcony, which makes her so happy. Okay. Let's continue with another small one. This can be a little bit hard to know what it is, but this is a medium green form, I believe. And I got this as a node from my friend Sarah. I will tag everyone below. And it was a I got two nodes and one died, and this one was just a sad node and not doing anything for the longest time. I had it like in a perlite humidity box. I just pushed it down there and was like, yeah, you die or you live, you choose. But a while back it started pushing out a root, and I was like, sir, what you doing? And now it has a little leaf. Look at her. So yeah, it's really exciting. I really want a blue form as well, but I don't know, I'm really excited for this plant, and also much more special because I got it from a friend, and also like special because I wasn't sure if it was going to live, so I have had this for like the longest time, and that the fact that it decided to live, I'm just, my heart. So yeah, that is this little babe. Let's go to a little bit of a bigger plant. This is a Philodendron painted lady, and I have gone a lot back and forth with this plant. If like, do I love it? Do I hate it? Do I want to get rid of it? But recently it has pushed out like really beautiful, bigger and more like variegated, or what you call them, like the pattern on the leaves, which is really beautiful, and it seems happy. And now I'm like, I never want to cut this plant. This one actually lives in my kitchen, not in any higher humidity. It probably needs a pole to climb up on eventually, or now. But yeah, for now it's doing really good, and it pushes out like one new leaf even before the old one has hardened, so it seems quite happy. It has had a grow light all winter, but yeah, not a fussy plant, which we like. Yeah, really beautiful. I do want to get a strawberry shake to grow next to this plant, because I do believe that both their patterns will look very beautiful together. But yeah, that is expensive and a little bit hard to come by, so we'll see. Maybe I will be able to do a trade. It will, only time will tell. But yeah, the painted lady, beautiful girl. Let's put her over here. Let's take some Anthuriums. Start with this babe. This is my Anthurium crystallinum, and we have had a little bit of a journey, a little bit of a struggle. When I first got her, this is a plant, like, as I told you in the beginning, normally I don't fall in love with plants that I buy until a while. After a while I had them. And this is a plant I bought, and of course it was beautiful, but I was for quite a long time was like, nah, I'm probably gonna sell that, or eventually we'll see. I just don't love this plant. Yeah, I know. You were just outside. She's like, I want to go outside again. But now I have just fallen for this plant. I don't know what happened, but it pushed out this beautiful big leaf. And now it has this big leaf. And this one hasn't even hardened yet. And it had 3 other leaves, but 2 were very small and 1 had a weird wonky thing going on. So I cut those off, and I really love, I don't know, look at this massive leaf. I really love how this plant looks. It's a little bit hard to take a picture of, but yeah, it's beautiful, and I really hope that it will start producing a lot of new leaves. Or I really hope that it will, but I also hope that it will not, because then it won't fit where it lives. It does need a repot really bad. I'm gonna show you. Like, it has filled up the pot with a lot of roots. But I don't know, I will not be able to fit this in a bigger pot. So yeah, maybe that will slow down the growth too, if I don't have it in a bigger pot. But yeah, the Anthurium crystallinum, beautiful plant. From big leaves to small leaves. This is my Anthurium doryaki, or that is what I bought it as. I think it is one, but it can be hard to tell. But yeah, I bought this as a 1-leaf cutting, and it decided to actually push out 2 new growth points from that node. So that is why it looks like a very full plant. It is actually pushing out 2 new leaves. And it has been quite consistent in pushing out new leaves. And why I love this is because it's so tiny. I love everything tiny and cute. Also you are very tiny and cute. But like, a lot of my Anthuriums has really big leaves, which is really nice. It's really cool to see those massive leaves come quite fast, like compared to philodendrons that needs quite a lot of time. But it's really nice to have an Anthurium with more tiny leaves, and of course this will probably get a little bit bigger leaves, but as I know, they have quite tiny leaves. So yeah, and I don't mind that. And it has been an easy grower, very happy in this cup. And yeah, just living its life. So yeah, I will show you a comparison from the size of the leaves. So yeah, quite different. But yeah, I get so happy every time I see that little Anthurium. We will take some Hoyas next. I do have a couple of Hoyas and then 1 more plant. And these Hoyas are like, they belong together, and it's veiny Hoyas. You will understand what I mean. It's Hoyas with veins, and those Hoyas has been a bit more on this, like, I have looked at them more than others this month, or these 2 months. So there is 4 veiny Hoyas, and the first one is this babe that has been very slow in growing, but it has pushed out this new leaf, and this is a Hoya Gunungaring, I think you pronounce it as that. And yeah, you can see it has some beautiful veins doing its thing in this glass jar. Yeah, it's just been happy. I have neglected it. This is also a plant that I was like, you know what, you haven't been growing. Don't know what I'm gonna do with you. Just put it somewhere and let it be. And then it started growing, pushing out this new leaf. So I'm really happy. Next plant is the plant I did the same thing with. And this is a Hoya Finlaysonii, and you can see it has also some veins. You can see most on that plant. And this is also Hoya. I was like, you do you, if you die, you die. But he didn't die, he pushed out new growth. And yeah, here we are. I love it. I don't know what more to say. Next one is a babe I have struggled with. Hoya Callistophylla. Maybe this is the long leaf, maybe not, I don't know, but it has some beautiful veining. And we have had a struggle, like this leaf is yellowing, but not so much, I don't know. But this one has like had a struggle. It comes, or it gives me new leaves, but when the leaves are tiny, it drops the leaves without, I don't know why. But this is a leaf that it has recently pushed out. It dropped the other leaf on the other side. Of course, you can't have everything. But yeah, I haven't really figured out, like with the watering, sometimes it drops when I'm watering. I don't know. It's a little bit of a diva. But yeah, I'm really happy over this new leaf. Like when they get this big, knock on wood, it will not drop the leaf. It's normally when it's quite tiny. So yeah, but it's really beautiful. And the last veiny Hoya is this Hoya Gunungaring, and you can see it has beautiful veining as the others, but the special thing with this one is you can see, like with this leaf, it's quite green, but it easily sunstressed to this beautiful dark red maroon-ish color. And you can see how, like this leaf, it has started on the top. So yeah, I have this under a grow light, like directly under it, so it will sunstress. And that is probably why I love it so much, because it's so beautiful with the sunstressed leaves. And really easy too. So that is my veiny Hoya group. And the last plant is a plant I have had for a really long time. It was one of my first rare plants or uncommon plants, and it has grown massively. I have cut it so much, but like the last couple of months I have let it grow and maybe took 1 or 2 cuttings for trades or to put back in the pot. But I have not cut down the whole thing. So this is the Syngonium Prophylum albo-variegata, and yeah, it's 3 plants in here, 2 bigger ones, like yeah, and then we have this little babe down here that has pushed out 1 new leaf and will hopefully start to get bigger and like these babes. But yeah, this is a really fast grower. It has a beautiful variegation. Mine lives in my kitchen, like the painted lady, and doesn't need anything more than light. It has like some of the more some leaves that are more white is starting to brown a little bit, but that is nothing weird. And yeah, What are you doing? But yeah, really beautiful. It's in a self-watering pot, and I don't know, I just love the variegation in this plant. It's just amazing, and I have been really a little bit scared of cutting it because the variegation can change when you cut it, but it has been okay, and I have several nodes to cut it if the variegation would be too much or too little. But yeah, in my experience, really easy plant, and yeah, really beautiful too. So yeah, that's all my favorites. I do have more favorites, of course, like my, oh, you can't see it, Philodendron Ring of Fire, but this video would be so long if I would continue showing you all my favorites. So these are the ones that I have been making my heart beat a little bit extra this month. Yeah, that's all I got, and I will see you next time. Bye!